All right, so on World Star Hip Hop, and this young lady was talking about. She said something to the tune of, "If you're gonna get in DMs, fly me out." And you know, listen, we all part of yesterday's simp crew. We was a simp yesterday, and then something got us. Now we don't simp no more. You see,
Trying to shoot your shot with me, fly me out. Do not shoot your shot in my inbox. You think I look cute in New York?
Say, look,
all right, so try to shoot your shot with me, fly me out. This is the attitude of today's women, even if they are pretty average looking. Listen, I used to bag some dime pieces. I ain't gonna lie, and I was always an average looking guy. The only thing that wasn't average about me was my body type. Now, my body type is average because, I'm overweight. But I had an athletic body and I'm 6'2", so that's above average. The average guy is like 5'10". That's the average man. So, but as far as my face is concerned, I was always, I was okay. I was okay. I wasn't Shamar Moore, none of them goofies. I was just an okay guy. You know what I'm saying? I did some modeling back when I was, 205. I can't do that now. I'm almost 305. But what I'm saying is, fly her out. You know, this is the way these youngins think nowadays. Give me money, and I might come see you. Now, one guy, I think he did. I think he didn't fly her out, but he had a date, and did all what he was supposed to do. Was a complete gentleman, and when he got home with the young lady, expected to get into a little romantic, she was on her her monthly. So he kicked her out. She was like, "Are you serious?" He was like, "Yeah, get out." Like, I spent all that money on you and time with you. And she's like, "I can't believe you're not being a complete gentleman." He's like, "I can't believe you. Like, what did you think this was?" So there's an expectation now to perform and or sacrifice something. Uh, it wasn't always to the extreme that it is now. Now it's 100%, you know what it is. If I ask you out, this means I'm trying to bag you. If you agree and I take you to the place that you want to go to, then okay. After that's all over, if you dip on me, then I don't know you anymore, and I'm gonna get on social media and talk about you. I've taken a couple women out and they dipped on me and didn't want to talk to me anymore. They just wanted to eat. They wanted nothing else to do with me. Now social media is trapping chicks. They letting other dudes know, yo, this girl right here, this is her face, yada yada yada. I took her out. She ain't want nothing to do. I ain't got no kiss, good night, no nothing, no hug, no nothing. She played me like 100%, boo boo the fool. I ain't squeezed the buttons, no nothing. She just completely was like, eh. And I spent, a half a hundred on her or more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made an effort, got dressed up, picked her up, opened the door, was super nice to her. Everything was a complete gentleman, no buns, no affection, no nothing, just a good night. And she bounced. And, she was on the phone with another dude before she even got in the house. Nowadays, that will mess up a woman's game. See, it's different. Things are different now. Before it was just like, oh, you just looking out, you walk into the car like, dang, you just got played. Nowadays, you just get on social media and tell everybody what just happened. And whenever she tries to run the same game with somebody else, they just straight dog her out. You know what I'm saying? And she like, why are you acting like this? Even if it's a guy she wants to be with and she wants to respect, now every guy knows that you just playing dudes. So it's different. So this whole fly me out game that these females, especially the average female, got going on, it works if it works if, for one, you really want to get with her. But if she knows exactly what's going down, if I buy a plane ticket for you, you know what I'm saying? This is what these guys are saying. If I buy a plane ticket for you, you coming this way, we knocking boots. I'm flying you out. See, you know what I'm saying? Now, I offered to fly a young lady out recently, and uh, I don't know. She went from not being in a relationship to being in a relationship in one day. I didn't understand that. But, I guess I'm not her type of hype. So I was like, okay, cool. But I have been talking back and forth to her for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have been communicating with her, talk to her on the phone, like, for years. And then finally, I waited till she wasn't in a relationship, at least I thought, according to what she told me. And I was like, yo, I'll fly you out here. You come, let's get to know each other. She was like, nah, we don't know each other like that. And I was like, okay. And she was like, next day, she was like, yeah, I'm in a relationship again. So that pretty much spells that I'm not your type of guy. I don't think you jumped into another relationship in one day. I'm just not your dude. And that's cool. It'd be better if you just said that. But what I'm really glad she didn't do was have me book all these, do all this legwork and spend all this money and then cancel. So I am glad of that. You know what I'm saying? And this is a pitfall as you guys are falling into. Like, one thing she helped me not want to do is fly somebody out again. She helped me not want to give up a couple $100 just to see a woman. I'd rather, drive to if it's close enough. And if it's not, then, I might have to concede. Because it's just different. It's not manners and stuff the way it was back then. It's just nothing like that. Now being flown out by somebody is no big deal. It's they just another Joe. It's the female game is so harsh. You know what I'm saying? It's not a ladies' game anymore. It is very, very wicked. And I'm not saying it because a person who I was trying to fly out is wicked. She actually saved me money. What I'm just saying is you guys got to be careful because us nice guys, we're going to get ran over in today's sexual market. Like, I would say if you guys can step up out of there, it's even hard to find a good church girl because she wilding too. Everybody's on social media. She in the church now. Soon as she get home, she's shaking her tail feather, for everybody in the world to just click on and see. So that's even a hard one to get now. But I'm telling you, brothers, if you're not a dog and a so-called savage in these streets like all these women are, don't go out there, brothers. Don't do it. If she wants to get flown out, just tell her no. Just tell her I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? It's just not for me. This is not the world that I want to be in when it comes to dating. You want things a lot simpler. And all this money that they're asking you to spend on them when you don't even know them. Guys are big. Listen, Belle Biv DeVoe said it best: never trust a big butt and a smile. She'll get you hemmed up. She will get you hemmed up. Now, there are some nice ladies out there, but the problem is now that every woman, Lizzo is 308 pounds and she's trying to get with like a superstar dude. Like, every woman thinks they're at that peak now. They don't care how they look. You know what I'm saying? 300 pounds? And you trying to holler at Chris Evans? Like, Chris Evans works out every day to look like Captain America. He's on a strict diet and you're 300 pounds and you try to roll up on him. I'm just saying, like, I don't know what's in their mind. Like, how do you look everyday average? You just an everyday woman and you need to get flown out. You need all of this extra to get the cookie that somebody else been getting. You got some dude that's hanging around you. Like I met a young lady not too long ago. And the way she was talking to me, I already knew that she had dudes. She was telling me she had dudes in her DMs and all this other stuff. I didn't bother to call her back. I talked to her twice and that was it. And I'm not like if I text her, it'll probably be let's go for a walk and get out of the park. I don't even think I want to do that. It was just clear that somebody else is either beating down those walls or they're gonna get to it before me. And I'm just telling you guys, like, you gotta pick your poison. Like, what race do you want to be in? Because if you're vying for some woman who's clearly talking about how many men are already after her and, her trying to get some D and all this, guys, you're not special, guys. You're not. You're not dipping into some poontang and you're that man. That's not how she looks at you. She looks at you as just another Joe and can't wait till you get off of her. That's really what these women are doing now. I mean, you're doing your thing and huffing and puffing, and she's looking off to the side and thinking about somebody else. And as soon as she gets up, she runs out the house and goes to another man's house. This actually happened to me. And I was like, where's your mind at? And I knew that woman for 5 years. She went off and ran right to somebody else's house and spread her legs for that man. I always like to use myself as an example. I'm just telling you guys, like, you're not special out here, guys. Like, you don't get the flying people out and they're not, like, they're nothing to you. I mean, if it's somebody that's something to you and she's a good girl, she good woman, spin that cheese, show her the world, no problem. But if she's nothing to you, just somebody you met on Instagram, bro, don't do it. It's just not worth it. You're going to be disappointed. And some of these women are getting flown out and not giving anything. I mean, you get, hotel and all that, and they're just like, no, why don't you stay at home and I'll stay in the hotel that you pay for and we'll meet up at so-and-so. And you're just like, wait a minute, I just spent $400 or $500 round trip and I can't come see you in the telly? They like, no. You got that hotel for somebody else that was in town that she knew. I'm just telling you right now, that's what you did. You booked her a flight to see somebody else she knew in town. And that dude is over there knocking her boots off. That's who's over there right now while you trying to get over there. She's telling you no because either somebody's on their way, or he's already there and he's knocking her down. And they don't need to be bothered with you, and it's all on your dime. Guys, you're not special to these females. Not unless she lets you know she's special, but the game has changed. Like, these females are worse. They are worse than men. Like, the whole women's empowerment, I want to be empowered. Like, they are seriously thinking that they can Megan Thee Stallion all over the place, and they're like a dude. They're like a whole man out here. They can knock off 4 or 5 guys in a day, and it's nothing. And they're still keeping their self-worth and their self-value. And it's just nowhere near the truth, because once it gets around, like the young lady recently, who went on social media and told and said that she's been sleeping with all these men and she has all these issues with her body. Well, the next day, those guys caught up to her and spit on her, and those guys' sister beat her up in the street, and they beat her up and down the street. I mean, they mangled that chick. Like, you guys, I know it's a tough thing to do, but it'd be probably better if you kept it in your pants. Because you're just not special. You're not special to these females. They can come and get the D from you and roll out and see you and never speak to you again. They don't know you. They don't nothing. Yeah, you got to be careful when it comes to. Listen, I understand simping. You know, see, you call it simping now, but simping actually derived from just being a damn gentleman. It's really where it comes from. It comes from just you wanting to cater to your woman and do all kind of stuff for her. But as soon, listen, I made the mistake of telling a girl I really liked that I loved her, and I did love her. And ever since then, everything went back. It just went backwards. It wasn't the reaction I thought I'd get. It's like, but I love you. She didn't care about me loving her. She cared about me knocking her walls out. She didn't want me to be sweet to her. She wanted me to slap her in the face and do anything under God to her. That's what she respected. She wanted me to curse her out and call her all kind of names. And it hurt me to the point where I shed a tear. I said, I can't do that. I don't want to be that guy. That's not who I am, because I don't, like, if I love somebody, that's not how you show love. You don't slap your woman up and I love you. That's not love. It's toxic. It's evil. You don't do that. You just don't. And this is what they call love. So I had to step out the game, because I know me. Like, when I love a chick, like, I love you. I want to do everything for you. I'll rub the feet. I'll do your damn hair. I'll wash your back. All that. But see, now it's simping. If you need something, I got you. If you're struggling with the little cash and I got it, why wouldn't I give it to somebody that I love? But now you're simping. I'm supposed to be like, hell no, you find out how to pay for it on your own. Yeah, now you're simping. It's like, how is taking care of the woman you love simping? That's what it is now. These women do not want somebody to be nice to them. They will dog you out. And if you fool around and that's your girl, she's going to cheat on you. Yeah, she's going to cheat on you. If you're that sweet, that nice to your girl, like, I'm telling you now, you're going to get cheated on. Be careful, guys. There are a lot of guys who are finding out who are like me, just regular. Yeah, who are just regular degulars. We not savages. We not hardcore. We not all this other nonsense. We're just not. We not slapping chicks up and hold this and hold that. We grab some hair while we, knocking it off from behind, but all that rough stuff now, we want you to stay. You know what I'm saying? We trying to, like, that's not my talent. My talent is affection, but I can't use it. I can't use my talent anymore, because my talent makes chicks, they only want you for that, and then it's like, we got to go. Oh, yeah. You just can't be sweet to your woman. You cannot be sweet to your woman. You can't. She will think that you are weak. And don't cry in front of her. Don't legitimately get hurt and you cry in front of her. You might as well just go ahead and give her all her stuff and tell her to go ahead and leave. I'm telling you now, she's going to be on her knees in front of another guy that night. And for you women to come along and say, why are you being so harsh on us? And listen, I didn't get this from myself. I didn't have a powwow with a bunch of other guys and get this information. This didn't come from me. This didn't come from me. This came from other women telling me this. This came from women who are married or about to get married, like the next day. and trying to get D from me. I'm just like, yeah, you about to get married tomorrow? Yeah, call me. Oh, it's vicious. It's vicious. I'm trying to save a guy's life because now the simp is getting angry. See, now the simp is the one that's in the news. Yeah, see, that's what's happening. Now the simp is the one who is. I mean, you're seeing so many of these guys in the news finding out what their woman really is and what she's doing. Like one guy who was he was married, had a nice house, and his woman, nice little chocolate sister, she was knocking a dude off in his jacuzzi in his house. And dude came home and found out about it. And her brother was there, came over, and her sister came over. And he told her brother, because he's looking right at her, he's like, listen, I'm going to kill your sister. And dude, the brother trying to fight with him, and he was like, get out. He was kicking him out of his own house. And he was telling him, I'm going to kill your sister. What happened the next day? He found her at work, coming out of the job, and he blasted her ass. And he murdered her. You played with an ordinary guy who bought you whatever you wanted. He wifed you. He loved you. And you in his jacuzzi with another dude getting done up in his house in a jacuzzi. Now, he's like, I'm about to go do time. That's what he did. He's like, nope. Look at that boxer. What that boxer did over in there, was it Venezuela or whatever? He tied his I don't know if it was gonna be his baby mama. He literally gave her cement shoes and threw her into a lake. He's like, kid and all. She had, she was pregnant. He's like, nope, threw her right into a lake. See, now the ordinary guy, the simping guy, is realizing that you're just clowning him. And this is a dangerous thing for you ladies. Because I know you ladies will pull out your Ruger or your knife or whatever, but it will be best if you just didn't play those games. It just be, there was a guy on this guy, what did he say? This guy, I want to play his video because this guy says some real facts. And this is one of these young dudes. This is one of these young brothers. He stated some real facts. He was just like, look, I'm just going to play his video. This is one of these young brothers tattooed up, everything, just to, look like he got a little money on it.
Or you want to be toxic, get your poison ass on. Get the fuck on. Because toxic to me ain't nothing but a manipulation game. That bitches use, people use to cheat and trick and come back to you when they done doing what the fuck they doing. Nah, you won't, nah. I'm 10 steps ahead of the game. You feel me? I had a bitch tell me, right, she like, come stay tonight. I'm like, man, shit, don't you got people or whatever? She like, get at the hotel. She like, yo, what she say? What she say? Yeah, I'm finna start an argument with that nigga and put his ass out right now. I ain't trust a bitch ass shit. That little shit be dangerous. That shit hurt, boy, don't
it? It hurt.
Man, I'd kill a bitch by my heart. Who? Why I kill her? Well, who? That shit hurt, boy. You can't.
Yeah. I mean, last year there was a guy who he willingly went to prison because he found out his woman was, out there bad. He was like, yeah, I did it. The news and everything. While he was walking in, he was like, yeah, I did it. She was cheating on me real bad. I did it. I'm just saying, ladies, cut it. Look, just be a good girl. You know what I'm saying? One woman told me, I told her, listen, And I drove some hours to go see her. And, you know, I'm in the hotel. She didn't want to come see me. But yet she was telling me about other dudes who ran through her. I'm just like, what? And I said, listen, I'll date you. But if you want to go knock somebody else off, just tell me. I'm cool. She said, you take all the fun out of cheating. See, it's fun to them to do this. But when a guy snaps out, you want to go call them, you know, them laws on him. No, you played with a man who told you straight up, look, I'm not with, you know, I want to be with you. You act like you want to be with me, but the whole time you just using me for some, I don't know, for a doormat. And then I'm supposed to, and while you're laughing at me, you know, and this other guy's laughing at me, I'm supposed to be a whole Christian and say, you know, it's okay. No. I'm saying, guys are like, no, but go sit down for about 10 years. But you ain't going to keep doing this to me. And this is what these young dudes are doing. They like, what is it? 5 to 10? I'm going to go sit down for 10 years. So, look, ladies, this is a dangerous game. Quit playing with men like that. And I do not advocate going out to anybody, but you ladies are playing a dangerous game right now because it is so rampant, you know, OnlyFans and all this other stuff. I mean, there's cooch everywhere. And these women, I mean, they're running around with just thongs up their rear ends. Like, there's no standard anymore to look up to. It's just put your body out there and twerk and then act a fool and, you know, party and turn up and fly me out. The average girl is saying this. This is not Holly Berry in her 20s, 30s, and 40s. This is an average girl. Like I said, Lizzo is 308 pounds. And you got girls like that who don't have Lizzo's talent trying to holler. I've had a woman that big try to holler at me before. I was like, and this is when I was running a mile in 5 minutes. This is when I was still racing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you'll see what I do. You see me out there putting them miles in, I'm 205 pounds. You are 120 pounds more than me. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, you guys got to pick your poison. If these, you know, here's the thing. Here's what's happening. So many women who are out there now, you don't know who's who and what's what. Hell, you don't even know what's a woman anymore. Yeah, so many women who are out there now, and you're still a whole man. So you still have your man desires. You still fit, you know. You waking up trying to knock, wishing you had a woman there so you can, you know, do what's naturally your duty and wax that booty. And you don't have no female. So you get to, you know, going online and trying to do the whole online dating thing. And you're looking at women who, you know, a nurse or a teacher or whatever, they're not making a bunch of money like over you. These are not people who are changing the world. And they're, you know, not even swiping on you. You know, you trying to text them, they not giving you no time of day, and you looking at them like you were just as average can get. You an average chick. Like what are you waiting on? 34. What are you waiting on? You waiting on who? You're 34. Got a kid and a half. You waiting on what? What do you think's coming down the pipe? Prince Charming to take care of you and your 1.5 kid or whatever? Get out of here. You better take a man. But no, they think that they think that they can re-virgin themselves. That's really what they think, and they think just because I believe I can re-virgin myself means that I re-virgin myself. It's just like your box has lost its value as soon as you let one man into it. But you got 2 kids out of it. And now you're trying to act like I need to do all this stuff just to get to it. I need to jump through all these hoops just to even attempt to mate with you? Nah. I'd rather go down to the nearest college, snatch up one of them. I mean, I'm serious, guys. Go hang out at the nearest college. You want to see a bunch of single women? Go down there, 40-something and all. They'll talk to you. Happens to me all the time. They'll just break out and start talking to you. I'm not even lying. And I'm like, I know I'm in my 50s. And then I tell them how old I am. You think that stops them from talking to me? No. Hell, they're more intrigued. Guys, be careful of what's going on in the world, because these females are not loyal. They're not getting better when it comes to responding to men. That's why Kevin Samuels hit so hard. Like, be careful of flying a chick out and thinking that you mean something to her. You don't mean nothing to her. You don't mean anything to this woman. You don't mean nothing. You mean zero, nada. You can look. There's this one chick on Instagram was trying. She would go live and literally ask people for money. It was like, no, I'm not giving you any money. She asked me for $1,000. I was like, and what do I get with $1,000? She's like, you don't understand how this goes. I was like, I don't. I'm out of my league. I was like, what would I get if I gave you $1,000? Because if I gave you $1,000, there's no contract. All you're going to do is turn around and ask me for more money, but am I going to see you? Am I getting the draws? No. It's thank you for the $1,000. Oh, no. I work way too hard for my money to give away $1,000. You know the people who get my $1,000? Let me tell you who gets my $1,000. An IRA. If I'm going to give my money to something, that money's going to make money for me. And so you got to be careful, man. Like, she asked me for $1,000. I was just spellbound by that, by the audacity. Yeah, good grief. Yeah, you look good. You're 23. Absolutely. But you're in another country. You're not coming over here to Ohio to see me. Even when you're in the country. You're not going to make your way up to see me. No, you're just going to take my money and then brag about it. And so I told her no, and she got upset. Wanted me to buy her lingerie. Why? So you can flaunt in front of the dude who's knocking your back out. This dude over here gave me lingerie that I'm gonna. No, I've seen that before. I do all this stuff, buy flowers and all this, and these goofy girls just take the flowers, throw them in the trash, and they're on their knees in front of some stranger, some guy who they respect way more than you. Not. And once again, not every woman does this, but listen, there's enough of them doing it. For you ladies to be talking about why you talk bad about us, listen, your counterparts are out there bad, ladies. You know what? Women need to start going to these other women and holding them accountable. But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to, go ahead, sis, do what you want to do. Y'all know y'all got some scandalous friends. But you'll just sit and laugh about what they do because it's cute and they done broke some guy's heart. It's cute until that guy is knocking your door in. Pissed off. Yeah, it'll make you look weak. But it'll make you angry too. See, it's fun until it's not fun. I done seen people get chased down. I done seen women get chased down. Smacked up. No, I used to be a simp. I'm a recovering simp. I liked being a simp. Oh yeah, chased down, smacked up, beat up. Yeah. I mean, chicks getting snatched up and then, they just think you're a simp until their feet are dangling. Put me down. Like, nah, you've been playing me for the whole. And then you have to look like when I got caught simping, I had to turn around and look at it and go, Tone, this was your fault. You was told to leave that person alone. You didn't want to do it because the booty was nice. The booty was good. The booty was too good. You had access to everything she had, but she was a hoe. That's your fault. That's your fault. You got caught up. Your feelings is involved, and she is what she is. You should have let her go. You know what I'm saying? That's your fault. See, I like being a nice, sweet guy. I like doing stuff for my woman. I like drawing my woman and writing songs to her. I can't do that no more. The last one I did that to, she really let me know what it was. I'll never do that again. I don't even have a guitar anymore. And I mean, she was coming over, but it was my fault. I was simping with the wrong one. Yeah. I was simping. I was a nice dude, and she was looking at me like a piece of, the whole time. And I'm thinking, this is what she likes. She likes this kind of, hell no. She'd go out to the club and meet somebody and have her ass in the air before the night was over with. I was like, damn. Like, so I can't see myself being like that. I don't care. I don't care how much I love that chick. I can't see myself sitting there writing no song about no chick and doing poetry with her. And I'm not doing that ever again. Because I know she's going to leave me if I do. And that's a damn shame. You can't be you. I'm not going to be sitting there reading poetry to my girl and writing poetry to her. That chick is going to look at me like you the softest dude on the planet. I'm about to go find me a hood dude. But see, they like the affection that you give them because you're paying them attention. You think they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. You caressing the feet, asking them how their day is, and everything all right, how your mama, how your dad doing? Yeah, tell me about your day. You hanging on to conversations with them at 3 in the morning. They crying about something, you trying to comfort them. They like all of that. But you better believe they getting a train ran on them by somebody else. And listen, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I've seen too much. I've seen way too much. Simping is something that is just in a man to be. Listen, all these guys run around savage and all this other stuff, and I can't stand it, and all that. No, that's a lie. But they have to live that way to protect themselves, to keep their freedom. Most guys are not running around a savage. You got guys who are, they like multiple women. I mean, most guys do, but they still have feelings. These guys run around here with no feelings. It's just not true. They have feelings. Hey, Queen, these guys have feelings. And they're trying to play hard and tough because they know that woman, as soon as they drop their guard around that woman is not going to give them the respect that they deserve anymore. And this has been tried and true. As soon as they do something that woman, I mean, some of them won't even laugh around their girl. They won't risk it. Like, I'm not risking that. They won't. And they're all constricted. They all gotta walk tough and all that. They simps on the inside. But they gotta play that game because they know when that woman she smells weakness, it's lights out. It's lights out. So yeah, man, it just, like, I am a recovering simp. I feel like there should be a meeting where we can, like, there should be a simp meeting. I really do. I think that I think men and women, but I think that on the male side, the men who've been traumatized by relationships, I'm talking about the way social media has influenced relationships today, has women believing that even the average woman that they're above average and they deserve, just by being a woman, for a man to spend, like, to go into debt just for them, like, to spend all this money on them, and to do all these favors for them, and they do nothing. It's just that I'm a woman, do this for me. And those are the women I'm talking about. And a lot of examples I use are from, my past relationships where I was caught simping. And eventually my simping caught up to me. And simping is hard. It's hard to be a simp and not want to simp anymore. Because it's in you. It's in you. It's a part of you. It's what you do. You want to be sweet. You want to be nice. You want to be caring. Hold on a second. It's what you are. Oh, I need a good chair. There's nothing wrong with being a nice guy. But now simping is almost a curse word. It's a bad thing when somebody calls you a simp. Oh, you a simp. Why? Because I bought her food or something like that? Which I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have bought her food. Is that your woman? No, she's just a woman I met. She was nice, and I was nice to her, and I went and bought her, we had a meal. Now you simping. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful nowadays. If she's single, see, when a woman tells me she's single and then starts talking about other men in her life, she's not single to me. So I'm just telling you guys, these women are not. Like, be careful how much you do for them. Just be careful. You may just want to see her, because some of these women are very good looking. But be careful, because they're not going to take you seriously if you just start, if you're free with the cash, and they're not free with the ass. Those are the facts. It's your boy Talk 202.